Hi students, I'm not here today, but I made you a short video so you would know what to do. Today's the day where you draw the monster from somebody else's writing. So you should have in front of you monster sheet number 3 on which you put your heading right here. And then when you get somebody else's writing, you put that person's name here. I put C.S. Lewis, an allusion to one of my favorite book series. That's not a real person in our class. You put the real person's name, whose writing you get, and then put by your name because you're the person who's going to draw it. If you don't already have somebody else's writing, stop this video now and find somebody else's writing. Okay. So I'm going to keep talking. Hopefully you all have somebody else's writing in front of you. I have some writing from a previous year. If there isn't enough writing to go around, partner up with somebody. Each of you will do a drawing about one piece of writing. So if you have a partner, you both have monster sheet 3 and just one piece of writing between you. Okay, so read the directions with me. After you have read your partner's description, draw the creature in the space below. Remember, you need not be a Rembrandt nor a Monet. The experiment is in imagery, not art. It is to see how closely the sketches resemble each other. So, first things first, you need to read the other person's writing. I'll read this one aloud, and for an example, I want you to try to visualize this example one written by a student a couple years ago. The monster is 70 feet tall and is very worm-like. His skin slimy and filled with spikes. His mouth covered in razor-sharp teeth, but 2 teeth stood out the most. His saber teeth, that when he closes his mouth, his teeth go right through his mouth. His 8 eyes staring into your soul, and the smell of his odorous scent coming from his body. His tail covered in 30 feet spikes ready to tear anything apart. When he roars, his spikes enlarge with anger. He slithers like a snake, and he burrows underground and can move at the speed of light. When he slumbers, he goes underground into his cocoon like material till the next day. He is giant, destructive, I don't think that's a word, and a wild monster, and has slobber hanging out of his mouth. He is also red and green striped. Okay, so now I got an idea of this monster, and I have my sheet in front of me. I recommend going line by line so that you're making sure to get all the details. I've got he's 70 feet tall and worm-like. Skin slimy and filled with spikes. So what I'm going to try to do is draw a worm-like creature with spikes. Spikes, okay. And I made him tall because it says he's 70 feet. Then his mouth covered in razor-sharp teeth, but 2 teeth stood out the most. So I think his mouth would look like, but have 2 long teeth, okay? And then his saber teeth, when he closes his mouth, his teeth go through his mouth. So that signifies to me it must bleed. So I'm going to put some blood. Okay. Now his 8 eyes staring right into your soul. So 8 eyes. 1, 2, okay, good. 8 eyes. And the smell of his odorous scent coming from his body. So now this is his odorous scent. Maybe some brown will show the odorous scent as well. Okay, so I'm not done yet, but I don't want to bore you by doing this whole thing. But did you notice line by line trying to really draw what the author says? Not exactly what the author meant, but what he or she says. And then at the end, you can compare your drawing with the person who wrote the monster descriptions drawing, and the best ones will be very, very alike. Okay, so today your task is to finish the drawing. Try to use the whole space of the square. And when you're done, turn that in. And you can use the rest of the time to complete your word study, to read or to work on the sentence imitating that we started on Wednesday, or you can do next week's daily pages. Thank you, students.